Good morning, everybody. Welcome
Good
to
morning.
another episode of Coffee and Smokes with Phil and Jen. There's a lot of things to talk about, but there's one thing that I wanted to touch on that seems to be very important. We touched on the whole Harvey Dent, Heather, and the Mike O'Brien and D-Light
Until
Enlightenment, and then once again we found another guy called Hellraiser. The whole thing that they're putting out on the internet with the using your Social Security number with the federal routing numbers to gain access. We know a couple of people that have tried it personally, not us, because I'm pretty much laying low, seeing what's going on with it before I, take a risk. I want to make sure everybody's not getting arrested. But we know a couple of people that it has worked. They put the numbers in and they paid off their student loan, a couple of traffic tickets, stuff like that, paid down debt, and it showed that it worked. And they brought this to our attention, which we've been watching over this since mid-July and following up with it.
well, beginning of July.
Maybe, okay, beginning of July. I think I was a little later than you. And and so far, they've had things that haven't been reversed. Maybe, and my other friend, a couple of things now just recently got reversed after 4 or 5 weeks, which is a long time. But anyway, so we kind of did more research on this, and research on the people that are putting this out there, finding out, what it's about. And I'm a little afraid that they're kind of putting out false hope. There's a lot of people like us, we need the money. We need help. We feel like we've been, left with the shitty end of the stick. We work hard, we do the right thing, we just never seem to be able to get ahead. 1 week without work and we're behind on our bills and stuff. And, so we want something like that to work. We hope that's it's that it does work and that it does pan out. However, I'm a little doubtful on the legitimacy of it all, mainly because as I started doing research on these people and and studying their behavior, reading the comments. You get a lot from reading the comments on. You get a lot on the people that are following them, and you get a lot of what they call the naysayers, the trolls. It seems like anybody that has something negative to say is called a troll or a naysayer. Not necessarily, because if you can't have if you can't have it open for debate and really debunk everything that's negative out there that's being said to convince people that it's true. You just want everybody to shut up and be a little robot. Aren't you being the same person that you're speaking against? You know what I mean? By having your little followers, just listen, just do what they got to do and don't doubt anything and say anything negative. No. You know what I mean? There's something wrong with that. How do you feel about that, Jen?
Oh yeah, I think that they are. They don't. That's what the government would like us to be. Follow every word that we say, do everything. And these people claim that they don't want to be. They don't want to be in that kind of system. Yet they are showing the same kind of behaviors. I think we're talking about one specifically, was Harvey. I know that we made a couple comments that were in the positive in the beginning. No comment. But anything that is said that is questioning it, like you said, any comments that are made, that's when he jumps right down.
He gets nasty
very,
about it.
very
You know what I'm saying?
defensive.
Yeah.
Very defensive.
Downright nasty about it.
And mean to people, that are, and I like you said, reading the comments, you see people that, they're just asking a question. And because he doesn't have the answer, or the answer may lead to something that will discredit his whole theory, he has really come down on people, shut them up that way.
Yeah.
So he's
Well,
released
now
a real
you followed the other guy, the Mike O'Brien guy. He's another one that he's been putting a lot of work into this. He seriously
He is
believes
a big
it.
worker, yeah.
And when I did some study about him, You know, he's got his upside down flag, which means a nation in distress. All right. And when I, you know, in his earlier videos, he had the world is flat. He's one of those world is flat theorists. You know what I mean? Come on, man. The world is not flat. The earth is not flat. I just watched NASA. Watch NASA's space launch, all right? Watch the space shuttle go up and tell me if the earth is flat. I mean, come on. So, you know, it's like, so this guy has got his teeth sunk into this. He actually believes it's true. And he just put out a video yesterday about, hey, I got a PS4, all right? You know, it came in the mail, and if you watch my 100 and so videos, you'll know how to do it too. You know what I mean? Giving people false hope that they can go ahead and plug in their social security number with the routing number to pay for stuff, and it's not going to come back and bite them in the ass. It's just putting people in harm's way. All right, when it's not proven.
How do we know that he actually got that PS4 system?
I mean, he monetized his YouTube. He's got, you know, advertisements. Maybe he got his first check, or maybe it was that GoFundMe that, you know, he had his girlfriend on the side of the car pounding it as he's driving, you know, like he's got a broken transmission, you know, for everybody to feel sorry for him, you know, and send money because, you know, he got a couple grand on that was sent to him on his GoFundMe page. You can look for yourself.
Wow.
Go to GoFundMe, type Mike O'Brien. Also, while you're there, type Randy Bean, and you'll see that he's got a GoFundMe and he's another guy that's supposedly locked up for, you know, taking out bonds of $500,000 and buying an RV and stuff. He's still in jail right now for doing this.
He's facing a lot of time.
Yeah, 20 years. But he's got something there from 2014. You know, that he was one of them sovereign citizens people that basically renounced their citizenship. I don't know what that whole. I'm an American citizen, all right? I'm not renouncing my citizenship for nothing, right? There's no benefit on that. And if you think you're going to drive around with a driver's license and a registration and stuff, you're just putting yourself in harm's way. You're going to get arrested, you get your car impounded, you know what I mean? And don't sit there and cry about, you know, this is happening to you because, you know, you put yourself out there and you did this to yourself by not following the rules. But either way, you know,
do what you want.
Who's to know that, you know, he didn't get that money and bought the PS4? You know what I mean? I've watched his 100 videos. I watch every one of them because I'm trying to get a sense of it all. I'm leaving myself with an open mind to really see if this is legit. But now I'm starting to see it's like a little, kind of like an occult following of people that have lost hope, that need something, you know, that are really desperate. You see the comments, or millennials that seem to be self-entitled, that, you know, they just expect things. They don't want to work for it. They just expect things to come to them for free. You know, whatever it is, it's just weird. You know, the type of people, kind of a Jim Jones thing going on there. You know, and does the guy ever sleep? No, because if you look at his timelines on his videos, you know, he's got.
We got to hand it to him. He
videos
does put a lot of
all
work
throughout
into
the
it.
day. Was he sleeping between videos with these 2-hour conference calls of these people that are on the same page as him, you know, discussing this, not really putting out anything new that hasn't already been said. Anyway, I doubt it all, and I would only hope it's true, but it's not. I'm a realist. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go ahead and advocate, you know, going to jail, because that's where it's going to ultimately end. These people that have paid stuff off, got their titles to their car, got their, you know, the deeds to their homes or whatever, they're going to come after them first. You know what I mean? And you're going to see where these guys are if they're not going to be put in jail, if they're going to help you and bail you out of a situation that they encourage you to be part of. Mm-hmm. You know, and I thought we should really
ignorance
tap on
is
it.
no excuse for going against the law.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, I kind of did know. Yeah, you kind of did know.
But I just felt that we had to touch on that subject, even though there's so much other important stuff in the world that needs to be discussed, like this whole North Korea thing and this Hillary Clinton, you know, corruption with the, with the Clintons, and just a lot of things that needs to be discussed. But I think we needed a tap on this, and just for an unbiased opinion, I wouldn't mess with it. I wouldn't try it. You're only going to end up in jail. And no, I'm not. I'm not for anything that's anti-American. All right, I am a true American patriot. All right, I will die for this country and the freedoms of beliefs, and the freedoms that we were given by our forefathers, the upholding of the Constitution, and in no way would I ever go against the United States of America for what it is as a country. But I will go against anything that's against America. And that's why I'm bringing this out, because this is somewhat anti-American. They're being watched by the feds as a terrorist group. Who knows where this is going to evolve from. That whole Heather, she's another screwball with the Neil Wolf guy who comes with his reports of walking down, Washington, D.C. by the jail and the courthouse. And once he starts talking about aliens. He's got, Heather's got a meeting with the Enochs or some crap. I mean, come on, man. Hey.
How come I don't know them?
Yeah, right. The aliens did this to us. You know what I'm saying? Possible, but until you have concrete evidence about aliens, you know what I mean? It's like, that to me that shows that you're a little bit off. You know what I mean? I don't know.
The world according to us.
Yeah, well, I just felt like we had to put that out there, and hopefully somebody watches this, because we don't get a lot of views, but
That's all good.
maybe we touch somebody, and think twice before you put yourself out there, and do something illegal. It's
Just want to look at these things.
yeah. So isn't that cool?
I like that. Bam.
But anyway,
I wanted that one.
we're still, trying to figure out this YouTube thing, and we're gonna have different things to talk about moving forward. I just felt that we had to put that out there and hopefully help somebody along the way.
Yeah, somebody that's really not, maybe doesn't know. They're just going,
Yeah,
going by what other people say.
The Hellraiser guy, he's very articulate, young cat. That if watch his videos, I would encourage you to watch his videos. He definitely articulates it in a way that you can understand. Smart kid. He hasn't put out anything recently, but he pretty much sums it up. And he somewhat thinks similar to how we look at it. He sees things. He knows how to read between the lines. So that's just something that we want to put out there, and hopefully somebody benefits off this. All right, and we'll see you guys in a few days. All right, God bless everybody, and
Peace out.